Hey, what is up guys, it is me Flavio here, back with another video, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at this new game called Age of Apes that will be officially released in the Play Store today, that is the 31st of July, and for iOS it'll probably be released in August. So about a week ago, Tap for Fun reached out to me asking if I'd be interested in making content for their new game called Age of Apes. So obviously I gave it a try and I actually really liked the game a lot. So now I'm an official creator for the game Age of Apes, and this is my first video about the game. By the way, I'll still be making Mafia City videos, it's just that I'll be making videos for this game now as well. So let's get started. This game is basically a race to space where you're required to choose one out of 6 different hordes of apes. Your goal is to get your horde's rocket to the center of the map and thereby to space before any of the other hordes can. The server is a circular map that is completely covered in fog except for the areas that you've explored. You'll find the 6 hordes around the circumference of the circle, and in the center you'll find the launch pad where everyone is trying to get their rockets to. When you start the game, you don't unlock all the gameplay at once, however you do so in 7 stages. Stage 1 and 2 is basically where you recover and repair the rocket that you tried launching earlier. Stage 3 and 4 is where you'll be able to travel closer to the center as the central areas are locked during stages 1 and 2. Stage 5, 6, and 7 is where you'll slowly gain access to the whole map and unlock new battles. The same cycle repeats every season. So that was the general idea of what this game is all about. Now let's take a look at the specifics. At the start of the game, you'll be asked to pick one of 6 different hordes. And I don't think you should be thinking too much about which horde you want to pick at this point, because towards the end of chapter 4, you'll unlock the horde change feature, which allows you to switch hordes, and that's probably when you should pick the horde that you want, because by then you'll have developed a better understanding of the game. Once you pick a horde, you'll be given a base on the map where you'll have a level 1 city hall and a wall surrounding it. As you upgrade your city hall, you'll be able to build more buildings in your base. Let's take a look at some of the important buildings inside your base. As usual, there are 4 troop training camps where you can train different types of troops. There are pilots, which are like bikers in Mafia City, there are hitters that are like bulkers, there are wall breakers that are like vehicles, and obviously there are shooters. There are only 5 tiers of troops in this game, and there are no subtypes within the 4 troop types. So tier 5 shooters are much stronger than tier 4 shooters in every aspect. This makes it much simpler to set formations. Also, another cool thing about this game is that if you've trained a lot of low-level troops, and you just unlock a new tier of troops that are much stronger, you can actually upgrade your troops to higher levels instead of getting rid of them during battle. Apart from the camps, you can also have a research lab where you can do research to increase your troop stats, to unlock higher tier troops, to get more construction and gathering speed, and a lot of other stuff. Then there's the arena where you can summon a lot of cool looking heroes that are kinda like vigilantes in Mafia City. At the time of making this video, there are only 13 heroes or fighters in the game. However, I'm pretty sure they will be adding a lot more heroes in the future. The cool thing about these heroes is that you can unlock almost every single one of them without spending. You can get these hero summoning tickets that you use at the arena for free from daily quests and also from a bunch of other missions in the game. Then you also have the warehouse, which protects your resources. You have hospitals where your troops go in case they get wounded in battle. There's the Alliance Treehouse, which lets you get help from your clanmates to speed up upgrades to get reinforcements from them, and also allows you to supply them with some resources. There's also the Tavern, which is probably my favorite building in the game, as it gives you a bunch of free stuff every few minutes or every few hours. It also has this mini game called the Space Explorer that you can play to pass the time. They also have leaderboards for this game, so you can try competing with people from your server. However, it would be cool if they added a way to get some rewards every time you play this game based on your score, and also maybe add some daily or weekly ranking rewards. Then there's the secret shop, which is kinda like the smuggler in Mafia City, where you can get a lot of items for discounted prices. And then you have the Holo Projector, which is a building that produces food and iron in exchange of batteries. Since there are no separate resource production buildings in the game, this is the only building that will produce resources for you. The Projector is a very unique building as it does not require any resources to upgrade. You only need to use Projector modules, which you can get from doing your daily quests. Its max level is 15 and you only need 138 modules to max out this building. So if you grind your daily quests every single day, you should have it maxed out in just 69 days. Apart from the hollow projector, you can also gather resources from resource tiles on the map to get them. You can also get a lot of resources from completing quests, especially at the start of the game. The game also has mutants on the map which you can attack, and also some giant gorillas which can be raided. Another cool thing about this game is that you can redirect your marches however you want. Let's say if your troops are marching to gather resources from a tile, and you notice that there's a group of mutants in their way, you can always redirect them to kill the mutants first, and then send them to gather resources from the tile immediately after killing the mutants. In the same way, if your march is not strong enough to kill a group of mutants, you can send multiple marches to attack the mutants at the same time to kill them. The best part about this is that it's not counted as one kill, but as 2 kills if you use 2 marches to attack the same group of mutants. So you can use this small trick to gain an edge during events that require you to kill mutants. You can also help your friends by sending marches to attack the mutants that they're already attacking. Another great feature about this game is that you don't have to spend any items to teleport your city hall. You simply need to use energy to move your city hall, which is something you regain over time. So you can basically teleport around as much as you want, even if it's for trivial things, as long as you have enough energy. However, you need to make sure that there are no troops outside your city hall before you port. In the same way, you can also use energy to shield in this game. As I mentioned earlier, the whole map is initially covered with fog. However, you can send your scouts to uncover the fog. On their way, they might find some rocket wreckages and subway entrances from where you can get a lot of rewards. The rocket wreckages are scattered around the entire map and they just require you to simply tap on them to get rewards. They can give you anything from a few tier 1 troops to fighter experience, and sometimes you might even finish a small research by collecting them. The subway entrances require you to scout them to get rewards. So you simply send your scout to them and they'll come back with some items. One of the easiest ways of clearing a lot of fog is to simply search for subway entrances near the bases of your enemy hordes. Once you find one, you can then send your scout all the way across the map to get the rewards from the subway entrance, while it also clears all the fog in its way. So those are all the things that I like about the game. However, obviously there are a few things that I dislike about the game as well. For instance, there's an 8-day limited time event called Ready Perfectly where you need to reach 1 million power in just 8 days to get a City Hall skin that gives you 3% hitter's attack, defense, and health. In my opinion, it's almost impossible for non-spenders to get 1 million power in just 8 days in the game, since it took me around 7 days to do so after spending about $100. And since the skin gives you stats, it's going to make it very difficult for non-spenders to compete against spenders in the long term. So I hope they make these features available to non-spenders in the future so that things stay more or less balanced between the non-spenders and the spenders. However, if you think that you can get 1 million power without spending within just 8 days in the game, go ahead and try doing it. Maybe there's something that I'm missing that you might find, and if you manage to get 1 million power in just 8 days without spending, and thereby the rocket skin, then let me know here in the comments or in the game. If you can provide a good explanation of how you did it, I'll definitely make a guide video on how to do it and give you a shout out. So let me know if you're up for the challenge in the comments down below. Now let me give you an example of the pay to win stuff that I prefer seeing in games. If you take a look at the starting event called Praise the Bananas, you'll notice that you need to be VIP 5 to get Lawrence medals, which is practically impossible for non-spenders to get. Fortunately for non-spenders, you can still recruit this hero from the arena, but it'll just take much longer. These are the type of pay to win rewards that I prefer seeing in games, as it only makes it harder for non-spenders to get certain items, but not impossible or impractical. Also, if you're interested in downloading this game, then you'll find a link to download it in the description below. Make sure you download the game using my link instead of searching for it in the Play Store, as it does help show Tap for Fun how strong our community is. There's also an official Age of Apes Discord with the developers in it, so if you want to join their Discord group, I leave a link to that as well in the description below. If you want to join me in this game, I'm in server 21202 and it's called Gamma. To join me, simply click on your profile picture, go to settings and then to switch roles. Then go to create role and select server 1202 Gamma. You cannot move servers in this game, so you'll have to create a new account. However, you can have one account per server for each email address that you use. So that was my review about Age of Apes. Let me know what you guys think about this game in the description below, and don't forget to use my link. Before I end this video, I'd like to thank all of my patrons for the support. If you want to support me, there's a link to my Patreon in the description below. So that's all I had for you guys in this video. I hope you guys found the video helpful. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I will see y'all in the next one.